Hello everyone, I'm here with Michael, the charity artist. I'm here today to talk a little bit about perspective. A friend of mine was having a look at some of my photos of my new painting, and he said my perspectives were out. So I went through and I looked at the painting, and I agree with him. Some of my perspectives are out. And I'd like to just give you a quick rundown of what has happened and how I have fixed that. So, if we look at the painting here, the different pergolas were painted from a different space. So the way I was taught about perspective is you look at what you're drawing through a window. So you've taken in a window and imagine putting a piece of glass in front of yourself and drawing what you see. Now if you take that piece of glass and move it somewhere else and draw the same thing, you will not get the same painting. So I'll give you a quick rundown of what I actually did. Just quickly, I'll just adjust this so you can see what I'm doing here. Okay, so if we look at where I was, I have a pergola here. This is my yard, and the lake goes along, and the lake goes along here and out. The second pergola is here, and the third pergola is here. Well, when I started my picture plane, my first window was viewed from here. So I took in this perspective. But then, when I went to take in the second and third pergolas, I moved into here, where I am now. Therefore, my picture plane has changed, as I explained before. So, just to show you briefly, I don't know how well you can see that. I need a magic marker or something. But if we took a building and put it here, and we have our eye line, which is our horizon, and we have another building the same size here. Now if we take our 2 points and we draw this, both of these buildings will end up in the same perspective, on the same plane. They're looked at through the same piece of glass. Now if we change that by moving up through, and we've moved up into our picture plane, then these lines will change. Your eye level changes, and while your eye level changes, your horizon line changes. So if we did the same picture, but we used a different, so now I have my other pergola over here, which should look like this. Instead, I've moved my lines up. So instead of having a pergola here on that angle, now my eye level, my horizon line is up here. So now my perspective on this pergola has changed dramatically. as you can see. So my perspective projection for figure 1 and figures 2 and 3 were slightly out. So what I did to correct that is I've gone back to my point A and I've readjusted my picture, my painting, so that now we are in a correct or a more correct perspective on all 3 of the points. And that's pretty much a basic on perspective. So I'll get back to work and I'll leave you with those thoughts, and maybe one day I will do a complete video on perspective drawing so that you can get a more clear idea, 1 point, 2 point, or 3 point perspectives. Okay, thanks very much for your time. Thanks for listening. I hope you enjoy this video. Thank you. Charity Artist out.